Not everything that sounds impossible is untrue. Some of the strangest ideas you've ever heard are backed by science. They don't sound believable. They don't feel intuitive. And most of us never stop to question them. But once you hear them, they quietly change the way you see the world. In the next few minutes, you're going to hear things that sound fake, but aren't. And the first one changes how you see the night sky. When you look at the stars, you're not seeing them as they are right now. You're seeing them as they were, sometimes hundreds of years ago, sometimes thousands, sometimes millions. That's because light doesn't travel instantly. It moves at a finite speed, and across enormous distances, that travel time adds up. The light entering your eyes tonight may have begun its journey long before humans ever existed. Some of the stars you see may not even exist anymore. You're not just looking outward into space, you're looking backward in time. That idea feels distant, almost abstract, because your brain treats everything you see as if it's happening now. Your mind assumes immediacy, presence, the present moment. It doesn't expect delay. It doesn't expect time to stretch. So when you look at the sky, your mind collapses millions of years into a single instant. The universe feels immediate, but it isn't. And this gap between what feels true and what actually is doesn't stop at the edge of space. It shows up again inside your own body. Your brain cannot feel pain. That sounds impossible. After all, pain is created by the brain, processed there, interpreted there, experienced there. But the brain tissue itself has no pain receptors. That's why awake brain surgery is possible. Patients can be conscious. They can speak. They can respond to questions. Because nothing inside the brain actually feels pain. What feels like sensation is interpretation. Signals travel through the body. They're received, translated, assigned meaning. Pain is real, but it's constructed. And that construction is happening constantly. Not just with pain, but with everything you experience. And it doesn't stop there. The same process is happening even when you think you're simply seeing the world. There's a small blind spot in each of your eyes, a place where your optic nerve passes through, and no visual information is detected. You never notice it, because your brain fills in the missing information. It guesses, it smooths, it completes the picture. That's why optical illusions work, and why two people can witness the same moment and remember it differently. Reality feels continuous, solid, reliable, but much of it is quietly reconstructed. And this gap between what feels true and what actually is doesn't stop with perception. It shows up again when we try to understand scale. There are more trees on Earth than stars in the Milky Way. That statement feels wrong, because space feels infinite and Earth feels small. But scientists estimate there are around 3 trillion trees on this planet. The Milky Way, by comparison, is estimated to contain between 100 and 400 billion stars. Earth has been carefully counted. Space has been estimated, but not fully measured. And sometimes counting beats intuition. Our sense of scale fails quietly. What feels vast is not always large. And what feels impossible is sometimes just unexpected. And the same thing happens when we look backward in time. Not at the universe, but at ourselves. Every time you remember something, you change it. Memory isn't a recording. It's a reconstruction. Each time you recall a memory, your brain rewrites it slightly, even when you're confident it's accurate. Details fade, emotions shift, certainty fills in gaps. What feels fixed is often flexible. The story stays the same, but the details drift. And the more certain you feel, the more confident the reconstruction becomes. So if the universe doesn't reveal itself instantly, if your brain edits reality as you experience it, and if even your memories evolve over time, then certainty may be more fragile than it feels. The world isn't always stranger than fiction. Sometimes it's just quieter. And there are many more truths like this, hiding in plain sight.